Once upon a time, we open in a small, cozy home in a quiet village. The sun streams through the window, casting a warm glow on a wooden table where a mother, Mrs. Evans, in her late 40s, sits. Across from her is Lily, a bright-eyed, curious girl in her late teens. Mrs. Evans carefully pulls out an old, leather bracelet from a wooden box.
Lily, before you go on your journey, there's something I want to give you. What's this, Mom? Hands Lily the bracelet. It is simple but beautiful, adorned with colorful beads of different sizes. Lily inspects it with curiosity. This bracelet has been in our family for generations. Each bead represents a lesson life has taught us. Before you set off on your adventure, I want to share these lessons with you.
Lily looks up at her mother, intrigued. Mrs. Evans reaches across the table and points to the first bead, a glowing amber one.
This amber bead, it stands for courage. Life will give you challenges that seem too big, too scary. But true courage, Lily, isn't about never being afraid. It's about moving forward, even when you're scared.
Lily runs her fingers across the smooth amber bead, absorbing the meaning. Mrs. Evans smiles and points to the next bead, a gentle blue one.
This one. It's for kindness. Pauses wherever you go. Whoever you meet, always remember to be kind. You never know the battles someone else is fighting. People may forget your words, or your actions, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
Lily nods, her eyes fixed on the bracelet. The next bead, a bright green one, catches her attention.
This green bead is for patience. Life won't always move at the pace you want. Smiling, believe me, I've learned that the hard way. But sometimes waiting, being patient, that's where the real growth happens.
Mrs. Evans pauses, watching her daughter take it in. Then she points to a vibrant red bead.
This red one is for passion. Never lose your fire, Lily. Chase what sets your soul alight. You have such a light in you, and the world needs it.
Lily smiles, her heart warmed by her mother's words. Mrs. Evans gently moves her finger to a silver bead.
This silver bead stands for forgiveness. Softly you'll be hurt along the way, by others, maybe even by yourself. But holding on to anger will only weigh you down. Forgive, not because others always deserve it, but because your heart deserves peace.
Lily takes a deep breath, visibly moved. Mrs. Evans points to a small white bead next.
And this one is for gratitude. Life will give you beautiful moments, but also difficult ones. Be grateful for both. The highs and lows shape you in ways you can't imagine.
Lily turns the bracelet over in her hands, reflecting on the lessons. Finally, her mother's hand rests on the last bead, a clear crystal.
This last bead, it's for love. Love is the most powerful force in the world. It will guide you, heal you, and give your life meaning. Love, no matter how much it hurts sometimes, is always worth it.
Lily's eyes glisten with tears. She reaches across the table and squeezes her mother's hand, both women sharing a quiet, emotional moment.
I'll never forget this, Mom.
You won't have to. The bracelet will remind you. And when you're ready, you'll add your own bead, with your own lesson.
Lily nods, her heart full. She stands up and embraces her mother tightly, holding onto the wisdom she's been given. We see Lily walking down a dirt path, her backpack slung over her shoulder. The bracelet dangles from her wrist, catching the sunlight. She looks at it as she walks, each bead reminding her of the lessons her mother shared. Lily, now a bit older, navigates the bustling streets of a big city. She faces challenges, getting lost, making mistakes at work, dealing with difficult people, but every time, she pauses and looks at her bracelet. She touches the amber bead for courage before facing her fears head-on. She touches the blue bead for kindness when she's frustrated with a stranger. We see her growing stronger, wiser with each day. Years later, we find Lily sitting on a park bench, the bracelet still on her wrist. This time, she has a child, a little girl about 5 years old, playing nearby. Lily watches her daughter with a soft smile, and then, pulling a small pouch from her pocket, she removes a new bead, a deep purple one. She gently adds the bead to her bracelet. Lily sits with her now older daughter, much like she had with her mother. The bracelet is on the table between them, the new purple bead shining brightly.
This bead, my dear, is for resilience. Life will knock you down, but it's how you get back up that truly matters.
Her daughter listens intently, her eyes wide with admiration.
Will you teach me all the other lessons too?
Lily smiles, her heart full.
Yes, sweetheart. One by one, just like my mother did for me.
As they sit together, the bracelet a symbol of the passing wisdom, love, and strength from generation to generation.